Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyay. Over the next 30 minutes, we bring you all the major news and newsmakers from across South India. Now, the latest flashpoint between the centre and states from South is education, whether it's NEET exams in Tamil Nadu or the national education policy. Several states in the southern India are saying that they would not accept NEP and they would bring in their own education policy. So where is this heading? What's the way out? We'll debate that, but first the report.
A week ago, a father-son duo died by suicide in Tamil Nadu. Failure to pass the NEET exam was the trigger. Unfortunately, this is not the only family that has undergone this shock, especially in the state. That has reignited the debate. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Stalin arguing against conducting NEET examinations in the state, claiming the examinations in its present form violate the basic structure of the constitution. The DMK even pitching for education to be brought in the state list.
NEET is one thing which is not warranted at all. Every state is different. In such a case, I think education must be a state list. Only that state chief minister can decide what they really need to want for their students.
Look, I will be the last man to give it clearance. Never, ever. Because I do not want my children to feel intellectually disabled. Yes, I want our children to compete and be the best. They have proved it. We prove it. Never.
The same pitch has been made in other states as well for the state government to have control over what students study. The National Education Policy of 2020 has been a sticking point between the centre and many opposition states, like that of Karnataka, which has now declared that they will completely do away with the policy by next year.
ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಡ ಆಯಿತು. ಮುಂದಿನ ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರೀತಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
In another southern state of Kerala, history is being revisited. Changes made by the central body of NCERT in textbooks being reversed by the left government. The textbooks will now cover the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and the Gujarat riots, among the other portions that were omitted by NCERT. The reason given for dropping these lessons was that these portions were irrelevant. The revised school curriculum for Kerala students will be introduced from September.
രാഷ്ട്രപിതാ മഹാത്മാഗാന്ധിയുടെ ഭാഗത്തെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം കാര്യമുണ്ട്. പണ്ഡിറ്റ് ജവഹർലാൽ നെഹ്റുവിൻ്റെ ഭരണകാലത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളമുണ്ട്. ഗുജറാത്ത് കലാപം അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയുള്ള കുറേ വിഷയങ്ങൾ ഒഴിവാക്കപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ ഒഴിവാക്കപ്പെട്ട വിഷയങ്ങളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിലെ കരിക്കുലം കമ്മിറ്റി ചർച്ച ചെയ്തു.
चूंकि मार्क्सवादी कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी की एक छवि रही है, उस छवि के प्रतिकूल पिनियारी विजन का परिवार न सिर्फ वंशवाद कर रहा है, बल्कि प्रशासन में सक्रिय हस्तक्षेप करते हुए भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त होने के आरोप से बच नहीं रहा. संभवतः उससे ध्यान बटाने के लिए एक विवादास्पद मुद्दे को ला रहे हैं.
3 states, 3 different issues, but one common theme: education becoming a political soft target. There are many questions that emerge out of the current situation in these 3 states. Are ideological politics jeopardizing education and careers of students? Should education solely be a state subject? But most importantly, shouldn't education be isolated from political cacophony? Bureau Report, CNN News 18.
Yes, education has become a political soft target. How will this impact students? We have eminent panel joining us today. We have Mr. Ganesh Karnik, the spokesperson of the BJP. We have Mr. Dhruv Jati, the spokesperson of the Congress. We have Usha Iyer, educationist. And we have Dharnidharan, who is the spokesperson of the DMK. I'll come to you, Mr. Karnik, first. Most states in southern India opposing the moves of the union government. In fact, some of them saying that move education to the state subject. Let state governments decide what their students should study. Where is the middle ground here, sir?
Thanks for inviting me on this panel. Thank you very much. And the discussion is on a very, very important subject. Well, if you ask any parent, they all will say the same thing, that there is something wrong with the education system. And commissions after commissions have been recommending various amendments. Now, bringing in politics and not understanding the constitutional validity of a subject being in both center as well as the state list, which is called concurrent list, and subsequent reports which have submitted over the years, they have also recommended many changes. Similarly, none other than Dr. Kasturi Rangan sat through, invited suggestions from more than 2 lakh people, and subsequently submitted a report to the central government. And this report, based on which the National Education Policy 2020 has been envisaged and has been implemented, Karnataka was the first state to implement this. Now, what are the salient points? Number one, it says it should be child-centric. Number two, it should be deeply rooted in the ethos and values of the great Indian culture. These are the two important subjects. The third aspect which they have referred to is a child means inquisitiveness, a child means questions, a child means innovation, a child means creativity. But most of the educationists and psychologists have agreed that during the first 10 years of education, all these innate qualities of a child is destroyed in the present education system. So they have brought in some changes in the approach to education, especially at the primary level, where the child-centric approach will look into these matters. So I don't understand where is the negative observations of these people when they say NEP 2020 will not be implemented, we will take it back and all that. It is sheer politics. I'm not talking just because BJP has...
Okay, I'll bring in Dhruv Jati here. Dhruv, the BJP says there should be some sort of a uniformity, and an expert committee has suggested these changes. There was no political interference here. Why is the Congress opposing without any logical reason?
Of course, there is logical reason. Just as they said that the NEP was successfully implemented in Karnataka in 2021, then why is it that vice chancellors of various universities are complaining to the government of Karnataka that they have adequate shortage of teachers to teach specialized courses, and as to why multiple need disciplinary courses are very difficult to accommodate? These are challenges that are put forth by the chancellors themselves. So this shows that the NEP is extremely what I would say ambiguous document and difficult to implement. And especially this is not just Karnataka. You have Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and even Maharashtra, in fact, who've shown their reservations on the entire of NEP. Now the question here lies as to why education is being taken out as a state matter, and why the Bharatiya Janata Party finds it so difficult to accommodate the diversity of India put together. Now many people question as to why the NEP is being objected by the Karnataka Congress government, and my question is very simple. When the Karnataka Congress government is proposing a state education policy, why is it that the Bharatiya Janata Party is reluctant to have a policy?
What happens to all the students who've already studied a couple of years under the NEP? What happens to their education? Will there be chaos then?
Can I come in, please, if you don't mind? Can I come in, please?
See, it's very simple. It's very simple. The students who have been studying under the NEP themselves have shown reservations. This is not a BJP versus Congress. This is a BJP versus students, professors, and the entire academic fraternity of Karnataka. If there weren't challenges put forth, then why is it that Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra themselves have shown reservations? This is, in fact, a factual issue.
I'll bring in Dharan here. Mr. Dharan, looks like the union government is in no mood to in any way change NEET exams. The DMK has made this one of its major promises during election. What's the road ahead, sir? There is immense pressure building on you now, and we've already had, unfortunately, 2 suicides. How does the state government in Tamil Nadu move ahead, both on NEET and NEP?
See, firstly, by bringing NEP and NEET, the federal concept of a constitution and our polity is being subverted by the Modi government in a systematic manner. See, the country India is profoundly diverse. Like India is profoundly diverse. Rather, the states of India are profoundly diverse countries of the European Union. For example, the graduate enroll ratio of Tamil Nadu is about 51%. We attained this in 2013, and already average is about 28%, and many northern states have less than 25% GR. And national education policy proposes the GR to be 50% pan-India by 2035. So what the union government wants to do by 2035, Tamil Nadu attained the same in 2013 itself. So when the states are profoundly diverse in all socio-economic metrics, how can you have one policy So by having such one policy, you're bringing developed states
Okay.
such as Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka to the level of underdeveloped states. What
Sir,
actually the Union
shouldn't
government
there
on the
be some
contrary
sort
should
of a
have done?
uniformity in what's being taught, how people are assessed?
It's not about teaching, it's about the policy, right? You should learn from the states that are doing well. But
Okay.
on the contrary, what the Union government is doing is enforcing what is right for underperforming states, right? You pick up good things from Tamil Nadu, Kerala,
Okay.
and other southern states, implement in worst performing states. But you're doing the contrary.
Okay, there's
See,
nothing
I'll
wrong
come
in
to-
us is what Tamil Nadu says. Let me quickly bring in Usha Iyer here. Usha Iyer, we've had a lot of politics over these issues. How does the education sector see this? Does it create a lot of confusion? Can we reach a
Yes,
stage where-
absolutely. I've been hearing all of you talk,
alternate mechanism?
and I feel like Karnataka had actually become the first state to issue the order for the implementation of NEP. And this was actually spoken by the minister, or the Dr. C.N. Ashwathanarayan, if I remember. And in fact, Karnataka was the first state in the nation, and we were very happy about it. And the implementation of NEP 2020 on August 7, 2021, if I'm correct. And it was implemented from 2021-22 in higher education. And even the colleges, they were talking about the subjects and electives and discipline electives, because I go as an observer also for colleges and other schools. I'm on the board, and I have also discussed with other chairmen and principals, because I actually, chair the 100 schools and of chairmen and principals on the WhatsApp. And we always discuss about this, and they're very happy about it.
Okay.
And suddenly, when when we're talking about this, that NEP is implemented, and this year, in fact, I have a preschool as well. And the state government was talking about in 2022 that the state government was saying that let's implement NEP in the early childhood sector at least. And in 2000, about 20,000 Anganwadis, schools from November 2022 across Karnataka, it was said that we have to start this and the preschools, and we actually implemented that. And the concepts and skills was very important, and we really liked the kind of, it was structure that is about the 5-year this thing structure, everything. And now when the...
In fact, I'm running out of time, but I want to take Mr. Ganesh Karnik for one final word. Captain Karnik, we will always have a situation where there will be states which will be ruled by parties that are not in power at the center. How does the Modi government look for a solution for this, sir? You have states opposing NEP, you have Tamil Nadu which doesn't want NEET, you have students opposing it. What is the middle ground? How do we get out of this? How does the union government plan to solve this?
Number one, it is basically the consensus. We have to take people into confidence, which I'm sure government will do it, number one. Number two, I think when somebody was talking about the observations which I had made earlier, see, there are two things. One is the academic content. Second thing is the academic delivery mechanism. Yes, we do have major issues with regard to delivery mechanism. Whether NEP or not, these delivery mechanism issues were always there. The universities always had shortage of manpower. Now, if there are delivery mechanism issues in terms of different courses to be offered to the students, so that can be sorted out at the university level or at the state level. But with regard to the content, pardon me? Yes. So these issues have to be addressed by either having a better understanding between the state and the center, or at the state level. So I don't see any valid.
Sir, you're saying understanding between state and center, but definitely, at least with the southern states, we are not seeing that consensus really growing with the view that the union government has. This is something that needs to be resolved as soon as possible because it's about the lives and careers of thousands of students. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time on this debate, but this is an issue that will continue even in an election year. Time for a quick break now. On the other side, we'll get you more stories.